It's time to bring Ruby in. Come on, Rubes. Come on, Ruby. Oh. What do you think, Rubes?
Okay, small children, come here. You guys got to keep Ruby in here. Me and Mom got to go grab one more panel.
We do?
Yep.
We do. Hi, Rubes, what do you think?
Alright guys, we got it in, we got it up, we got it built. We have got just about everything completely done. I'll show you what we got on the fences. We used all of this welded panel. This is all cattle panel. I used cattle panel instead of the hog panel. Hey, Rubes! Because my pigs will stand up and flop over. They would flop over the hog panel because it's only about 3 foot high. This stuff's 4 foot high, so that's what we use. So what I've got in here are these staples. These staples are holding them. This is the setup you guys do. You see these staples, go a size bigger than this. If you think it's too big, go a size bigger. The bigger the better, because I've actually seen them pop this stuff out. And I grabbed the wrong size staples, so hopefully they'll hold. I used a bunch. I used more than usual. So we got them in here. Both the pigs are in. Ruby's in. Ruby has got, yeah. How pregnant are you, Ruby? Ruby's got roughly a week. Roughly a week before she's ready to give birth to some babies. So we got this thing up. I'm going to show you guys what we wound up doing. Here's the essentially the finished product. I might stick something across here to close it in a little more, but I might not. I haven't decided yet. What I'll do is let them get in there, play around, do their thing. I know it's going to keep the wind off of them, and it's going to keep the snow and the rain off of them, so it serves its purpose. I just haven't decided if I'm going to bring down this side. All of our weather, 98% of our weather comes from the south and heads north. So everything's a wind barrier for her. She's good to go. And with pigs, that's the biggest thing you want, is the wind barrier. These guys will withstand cold temperatures, no problem. So warm bedding, a buddy in here to roll around with, and they're good to go. They're already in here ripping everything up. It's pretty funny. You can see all the patches of dirt where they're already testing everything, but there's plenty for them to do in here. So here's the finished product of our little pig hut. I've got my milled boards for siding. I put these little posts up. They're just round the ends, the first mill cut, because they're essentially a waste piece. I don't do anything with them, so why not make it look good? So it gives it a fun little look. Inside, we used metal roofing and metal sheeting, the same stuff that we used on the house, and the same stuff I believe we're going to use on the chicken coop. And then the way I designed it is I put them on these skids so that with a little more reinforcement, if we wanted to drag this thing around, we could. We just hook it to a four-wheeler or the tractor, which most likely will not happen, but it gives us the option to move it if we choose to. What I didn't like is when I was building it, because it's rounded, it just rocked and rolled the whole time. So it took about 4 people to hold all the walls, to get everything plumbed and leveled, start getting my roof locked in, which wasn't a big deal. It's all solid now. It's all holding still. It doesn't roll at all. It's all locked in. Now, one thing I did as a design was to give the piglets a place to get away from Mom. Mom is a 400-pound pig, and this is Ruby's first time, so we don't know if she's going to be a good mom or a bad mom. And some pig mamas will lay down very gently. They'll put a leg down and wait, put another leg down and wait, and that's to make sure that they're not crushing their babies and giving the babies enough time to get out from underneath her. Some pigs flop down and just kill their babies. So you want to give them a space to be able to get away where Mom can't get them. So what I did in here was I created this area that's boarded off so Mom can't get in there. She can still see her pigs to make sure they're okay, so she doesn't freak out. I don't know if she will or if she won't, but she'll be able to see them, and then the pigs will be able to go underneath there and get away from her, and they can bed in there and fall asleep and don't have to worry about another pig coming in here and squishing them. And then they can come right out and feed whenever they're ready to feed. So it's just kind of a safety precaution for the piglets. Showing you what it looks like on the inside. It gives them about a 2-foot section. It's about a 2-foot section for them to be around in here. I gotta knock these screws off, or we're gonna have shish kebab piglets. But I'll knock those off, they'll be safe. We're gonna continue these boards the rest of the way up. This is just the last of the boards that I had. I ran out and didn't mill anymore, but this is good for now. It'll be fine. And then I'm going to fill in this back with dirt, just so the piglets don't slip out the back side. But I don't think they will. I think they'll be okay. If not, we'll run some chicken wire around the bottom just to make sure that they can't get out. But this is the design. This helps lock in all the walls. 45's down, gives us a little bit more bracing, because she's going to push on this. I know she will, so I might have to come in here and reinforce this if she's too hard on it. If they get to thinking they're going to jump over, which I more think Merlot will, not Ruby, because Merlot likes to get up on stuff and flop over it. Then I can go higher, and I can go all the way. I mean, I can fill this thing all the way in if I want. I can go all the way to the top, just putting boards across. So that is that. I left this side open as well, just so they have free flow. There's going to be piglets in here. If you know, Ruby gives us 9 piglets and Merlot gives us 9 piglets, there's going to be 18 pigs in here, which means they're going to have a lot of room in here to flop on top of each other, get in and out of the rain, do their thing. It's probably even too small for 18 piglets, but they'll get in there and they'll get bigger, and then we'll create more space and build on this as we go. I got to get a couple more T-posts in for intermediates in between my big railroad ties. This is what it's going to look like. So basically every 4 foot there's going to be something. Every 4 foot. So we'll get these tied in and put in, and I buried them deep. These are 6-foot T-posts, and they're probably just under 4 feet. So they're down 2 feet at least, which I think is good. I think that'll make it real sturdy. This stuff is pretty hard for them to get through anyway, but Merlot is pretty good at, once she gets her head through, she can shove her whole body through. So we're just reinforcing it with these T-posts. So this is a good space. This is a good space for Ruby to be in, and Merlot. It'll be a good space for the piglets to be in. And then once we build into the woods even more, they're gonna have plenty of room to come and go as they please. To where they can go out, be in the woods, eat in the woods, sleep in the woods, or come in here for cover if they want. That stuff's thick enough out there that I'm sure they'll just pile up under a tree. Pigs are pretty good about the weather. So that is it. We got to get her water trough in here. Deegan just rolled over a food trough. I'll get the water trough in here. The only thing we haven't gotten done is we didn't get done the gate. The gate is not done yet. As you can see, what I'm going to do temporarily is stick one of these cattle panels or one of these stock panels up, and I'll just roll it over here. And of course we'll use baling twine to put it into place. But I'll tie that up, and that's just going to be for a couple of days until I mill some more wood and then get hinges. I got to get some hinges still too. So the girls are in here now, which means their other pen that they were in is vacant, which means we'll take everything down, and then the little hut that they had over there, their shelter that they had, we're going to use that for some calves. So we're going to get some cows into that area. We'll go and take all of the field fencing down, all the T-posts down, and then all of this stuff that was the round pen for the horse, we're going to repurpose it and just do a big corral. And then I think that'll be good for the calves, and then that'll get us going with cows, while we fence in everything else around here. And I think including this whole area, I think I'm going to fence everything in completely, and then they'll be able to just go and roam out here. They'll have to go around where the pigs are at. This will be a separate fencing, so the pigs and the cows will all be separate, and then we'll just use rotational pasture system also with the cattle. So we'll do probably one over here, and then one on this half of the property, and then again the 5 acres up top. The whole 5 acres, I think we're going to divide into 2 fields also, so they'll have a big section. So basically, you know, every 3 months I'll be able to rotate them onto a new pasture, or we're just going to watch and see how they're eating everything down before we move them, and then we'll come up with a system. And then as we add cattle, we'll be able to tweak that system to make it work to where the amount of animals we have enough grass to graze. So that's the long-term plan. But this is it. This is the pig pen. I'm pretty happy with it. All these big railroad ties are cemented in and sturdy. They're good. So as long as this big girl stays in here and she's happy and her piglets are happy, then I'm happy. She's about to get out. Rubers, you can't go out. You got to stay. This is your new home, sister. Don't eat my gasoline. Don't eat my gas. Go. Alright guys, so that's it. That is the pig pen. That's the pig pen build. It took us a couple days to do it. I'm okay with it. We got stopped by rain a few times. We still got a little bit more to do, which is no big deal. We'll finish putting our T-posts in tonight, and then we'll get our gate assembled probably tomorrow. So these girls will be in here for good. Then we're going to come back and we're going to plumb a water system into this for long term. It's going to be a nice plumbing system. We'll be able to hook a pump to some pipes, go underground, pump all the water in. That's the plan in my head so far. So if I come up with a different idea in between now and then, we'll change it. If not, I've got an idea of what I want to do. It's just going to make it a lot easier to water and to water all these animals. So we'll see. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think of the pig pen. I am going to get a sign up. We're going to give this thing a name. I'm going to make a little wooden sign, put a little name on it, and then we'll have a little custom pen. Other than that, it's done. They're loving it. Alright guys, thanks for watching the pig pen video. This is North Country Off Grid. We're on to the next one. We'll see you on the next video.